this game system is weird. I found out that there are a lot of common Pokemons in Kanto. Johto a little bit. Hoenn, not a lot. Sinnoh, you can count them on your fingers. And Gen 5 and 6, basically non-existent. So anyway, let's start with Arbok. Have I used it? Yes, I actually used Arbok before. Is it good? No, but it has something. I mean, it's poison type, so it kind of checked the thing next to it, right? You see a Clefable right there. So Arbok is definitely a check to Clefable. I mean, it has Chef Skin. You want to use Rest, Coil Set. You know, back in the Z move era, my friend used to use it with Icium Z, Coil, and then the Ice Fan's gonna get power upped into Sub-Zero Slammer. But it's not that great because its attack is pretty underwhelming, and you need to hit a Gong Shot. Moveset is fine, decent. I think I'll put Arbok in D. Okay, D sounds good. Yeah, D sounds good. Yeah, I think it's D. Clefable, can we discuss about Clefable? We're gonna sit here for like 3 hours maybe. So feel free to spend like 3 hours for the Clefable, yeah? Is there any question about Clefable? I'm put it in S. If you think Clefable is anything below that, then just ask, right? Just ask why, and I will answer. Clefable is like undebatable, right? I don't need to say anything about it. Although it would be nice. I mean, it got great move pulls, nice utilities, reliable recoveries, a nice set of ability with Unaware, Magic Guard. You know, it's typing great, Fairy type, and yeah, I don't know. There's just nothing going wrong with this Pokemon. Its stat distribution is just great. Its stats aren't usually wasted anywhere. I'm gonna give you an example of wasted stat. For example, Mega Garchomp. When it Mega Evolved, it got a lot of buffed defense and special defense and special attack, which aren't really not helpful, but it's certainly like overkill. And they took his speed away, so that's stat distribution. It's just bad, right? Clefable is like, you just put the perfect distribution of this. It doesn't look as bulky, but it's very bulky. Okay. What I was doing last day, I think I was doing Pokemon Showdown, but everything is pay to win. Yeah, look at Joro. Joro said it's versatile and splashable, yes. Okay, so we're gonna move on with Wigglytuff. Have I used it before? Yes, I actually used it. And I think it's pretty bad. Its defense is non-existent, and even if you train like max special defense, it's gonna be like, I mean, it's not that impressive. It's like 200. Its HP is interesting. So if this game has double battles, then its ability that it has competitive, right? Yeah, it's kind of competitive. So when it eats an Intimidate, it's gonna raise its special attack, and that's all it does basically if you run competitive. And normally, what set you run on this? I guess Fire Blast, Dazzling Gleam, like Light Screen Reflect. Actually, you can see that set in random battles. It's not that complicated. But anyway, I'm gonna put Wigglytuff in F. So Wigglytuff lover, I'm sorry. Maybe you love like Jigglypuff more. I don't know, Ariana Grande. Definitely you love Jigglypuff more. It's more iconic. Who needs Wigglytuff anyway? Right? So move on to Kingler. I think Kingler is kind of strong, not gonna lie. It's just got outclassed by Crawdont, I suppose, but it's very strong. Don't underestimate its power. I think Kingler is strong. I've used it like 4 times maybe? Yeah, 4 times in the same rain team, and it wrecks. It wrecks everyone. So I think it's a solid Pokemon. So this here is not the same as the Smogon one, right? Because Smogon, you have like the tiering system. So one Pokemon could be great in this tier and just bad in other tier. It could be good in OU and bad in UU. So that's why the tiering system is different. In Pro, you only have one tier. So yeah, I think Kingler is solid. I'm gonna put it in B first, and if there's anything changed after, I'm gonna put it, you know, just change it up a little bit. But maximum is B. I think it's solid. Yeah, I think solid. Agility and webs. Yeah, I haven't used that set, but I think it's good as well. You use web, it's fine. Agility and then just sweep. Yeah. Good wall breaker, but need buff. I think it's kind of strong. I don't know. You maybe buff its speed a little bit, and it's gonna be a monster. Use a lot of start PV. Yeah, it's very, very strong. Persian. Have anyone tried the Nasty Plus set with Persian? I already used Fake Out once because it was doing the route series, so I gotta use it. So it's a normal type. That's why it's gonna be worse than the others. There is something about the normal typing. There are a lot of good normal type Pokemon that dominates this tier on Smogon, respectively, and Persian is not one of them. It is faster than Gengar, right? 361 around that, like A's Elf speed tier. Or was I wrong? Is it fast and superior? Or is it 355? I can't really remember. But this Pokemon is not good. I would say that it's better than Pyronically. And that's not something to be proud of. You have Fake Out, you know, great, right, knock off, right, U-turn. So what? Are you as good as an Ambipom? No. Ambipom have all those moves too, and it's even better. Like, same speed tier, right? It's more attack. You know, what do you have? Worse than Shinshino? Maybe, but I think Ambipom is just like the right spot, right? Basically the same thing, but Ambipom just stronger. I don't know what is there to do with this Persian here. Yeah, Persian worse than Shinshino. Shinshino is great. I love Shinshino. Okay, so I put Persian in F. I'm putting in F. Right? Don't quote me on this. So I'm gonna change it later to see if there's any like redeeming quality about this. Yeah, Shinshino is not that bad. But Shinshino is rare Pokemon, right? We're gonna get to a rare section another day. These are all common Pokemon. I think there are like 80 of them or something. Okay, so Golem. Do you love Golem? You know, there's apparently a Pokemon that is a fan favorite, but it's better than Golem. You know his name? His name is Ryperior. Or Rhydon, even a Rhydon is better. So why do you use Golem? What does he have over like Ryperior? I guess Sturdy? Sturdy is fine, I guess. Sturdy rock polish stuff with weakness policy, yeah. And Sucker Punch. But there's definitely like no reason, little to no reason to use it over Ryperior, right? So I actually don't think it's bad. I think it's bad. It has something going for it, but it's not. It has Stealth Rock as well. You know, anything that has Stealth Rock is a plus, except for Weakly Tough. It does have Stealth Rock, by the way, but I'm still putting in F because its stat is just horrific. Can a team with no weakness exist? No, there's no such team. We can safely say that. So I'm put this in D. Yeah, it's not as bad as, you know, Persian, Weakly Tough. So let's put in D. I think the music is a little bit loud. I don't know. Or maybe I have to just turn down the volume a little bit. Okay. So next up is Farfetch. F. I'll put this in F. I can't tell you enough how I hate this Pokemon. It's just bad. I mean, even in random battles, you have this Pokemon as a level. What? How many? How high is it? 100? Do you get like a Farfetch level 100? Or is it like still 88? Even in random battle, no, it doesn't do anything. I hate this. I don't like this. Yeah, was it Galarian though? Surfetch? Or was it Alolan? I forgot. Yeah, that one is way better. And it's technically an evolution, right? Surfetch. And this Farfetch is bad. You have Stick, so you can like crit everyone, but your damage is so low that and you're too frail to even like dream of doing something. So we're gonna put an F for now, and I don't think I'm gonna change it anytime soon. Dewgong is interesting. Dewgong is interesting. So in hindsight, it has something. It has Whirlpool, it has Perish Song, it has Protect, Ice Beam, you know. But its typing for this sort of set, I think it's just bad. It has Thick Fat, by the way. So maybe you can check some Pokemon. I mean, Heatran. Heatran's gonna have its damage halved, right? That's neutral and then Thick Fat. But it doesn't have any reliable recovery. You gotta run Rest, Sleep Talk, you know, Whirlpool, Parasong. I guess it's a set, like, but why would you use it over like Sap Sleep or Azu, for example, when you have so many like the meta threat and on the physical side, this one just struggle. One tier below Lapras. Yeah, I think Lapras is just better. This Pokemon just struggle. Its physical bulk is, I don't think it's that bad though, right? But it's I don't know, its typing is kind of bad, and it's even a common Pokemon, so you can like pretty much avoid it. Lapras is rare, right? Is it rare or like uncommon? I forgot. But Lapras is I mean, you don't hunt a Lapras ever, so yeah, I think Dewgong has something going for it, but it's not the star here, right? So I'm putting D. Rare Lapras, yeah. Low cost Lapras, yeah, exactly. Budget Lapras. Okay, let's put in D for now. So Muck. Have you ever used Muck? I've used a Alolan one, and definitely that one is great. But this one is, I don't know what to think about this one. It is another poison type, you know, Arbok 5 has Curse, same with Coil, right? Gunshot, all that stuff. Can it be worse than Arbok though? Probably not. It's probably the same thing, right? They have like basically the same moveset. This one has Ice Fang, Fire Fang, but this is Ice Punch, Fire Punch. Yeah, Dark type, and also Pursuit, yeah? And it can run like Gluttony, Curse, the set we've been using recently, and actually got a lot of nice games with it, and I think it's solid. And I think Muck is not better than Arbok, or nor worse, so I'm gonna put it in the same tier as Arbok. Just the same thing basically. What does he have? Sticky Hole? Something like that. Its ability is not, yeah, it's not recognizable. I forgot about that. So Hypno is next. Hypno, where do you put it? Do you know that, you know, just a fun fact, I actually taught the Hypno Belly Drum and Baton Pass in one of my boss team. And Belly Drum is just an event tool, so yeah, it's not, it's fine. I think it has like high special defense, Wish, Protect, all that stuff. And it's a Psychic type, which is not bad, but it's not that great either. You can argue that it works the same way as you know, some other Psychic type, but why would you use it instead of a Mew, for example? Why would you use it over Mew? Not really any justification. I guess its special defense is higher, but this defense is slower. I don't have anything about it. Yeah, it has Wish, and also, yeah, Wish, Protect, Seismic Toss, right, and Toxic. But it's very passive, that's for sure. So the fact that it's passive is just, you know, when Wish and then you have to Protect. It's like Sylveon compared to Clefable, right? Or Florges compared to Clefable. And you just don't have any reason to use it over like other Pokemon. So I think it's, yeah, D makes sense. D makes sense. I wouldn't say it's C though. C is a little bit higher, but I don't think, yeah, D makes sense. Cresselia better. Yeah, I think Cresselia is better. And also it has a niche in Trick Room, which makes it the best Pokemon there. Well, the best Trick Room setter at least. Yeah, I think Cresselia is good. But that's story for another day. Golduck. How can you make something out of Golduck? It has Swiftsim. It has Cloud9. Cloud9 is not that good. At least in this tier. So So it's not, yeah. I mean, Swift Sim is fine. I've used it. I use my shiny one. It has Calm Mind, but definitely lacking in power. Right? If it has like Nasty Plot, then yeah, maybe it's gonna be crazy somehow. I don't know. It's like Armastar, but then you have Nasty Plot instead of Shell Smash, something like that. I think if it has Nasty Plot, it's actually decent. But it has Calm Mind, which is, you know, bad. What does it have? Hydro Pump, Ice Beam. Yeah. You know, this list is turned into a D tier list. You know, everything is D. Yeah, I don't have much thing to say about this Pokemon, to be honest. I mean, we have used it. Was it good? Not really. I don't see any reason to use other than you know, a Rain Sweeper, and then even in the rain aspect, you have much more, you know, appealing niche that you want to choose. Except Golduck, and Golduck is just lame, right? Psyduck is just more interesting. Golduck is just lame. Yeah, Gorbis is more interesting. Yeah, that's about it. It's about to sum it up. Like, Psyduck is just lame. Oh, hello, Luca. Why are you looking like that? Anyway, Electrode. Its speed is certainly high, but what set do you usually use in Electrode? Screen, right? You use Screen's Electrode, and it's just faster than everyone. But it has a very, you know, a very bad defense and special defense. Its HP is just low. So what it has going for is Explosion and Screen. Yeah, exactly. Taunt, Explosion, Light Screen, Reflect, and it's pretty much like a one-off, right? Meanwhile, you gotta use if you use like something like Ninetale, perhaps Superior, and other Screen Setter, we have used like Klefki, and they all have better moves. Klefki has Thunder Wave, Spike. Superior has Glare, which is basically you know, the god move right there, and you know, so that's Taunt. I mean, it's just slower, but Electrode it's just faster. I mean, always all the stat wasted on its speed. Don't tell me you run Choice Spec Electrode though. That is a damn random battle set, which is actually pretty good. Electrode in random battle is just crazy, especially when opponent is not guaranteed to have any electric immunity at first, and just Electrode just wins because it's just fastest Pokemon. It has Choice Spec, decent damage for random battles. Yeah, in random battles it's just good, but in the in this climate, this real PvP right here, I'm putting an F, but like high F. I don't think it's bad, but I don't think it's as good as a D tier Pokemon, right? So I'll put in F. Sorry. I know a lot of people love using this Pokemon on screen, but yeah, I just can't bear it. Yeah, Superior is just far more superior, I guess. Anyway, Ladian, F tier. Nothing to talk about this Pokemon. I hate this Pokemon. I don't even like having it in my team in random battles. They're bad. I don't like them. What does it have? Light Screen, Reflect as well, and it's even worse than Electrode. I don't like it. U-turn, Toxic. Yeah, no. Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry, Ladian. No. And your rock weaknesses? You take 50% from rock? I mean, come on. You're not even fast. You don't have a taunt. So Light Screen Reflect doesn't make much sense. You have the bad matchup versus every defogger ever, which is going to be Zapdos, Rotom, you know, basically everything. So no, yeah, no. Lantern! I like Lantern. You know what I like more about it? You know, the chocolate one. But I never got one. Was hunting for one during my like free time in what was that event again? Valentine. Yes, Valentine. There's a place that only spawned Chinchou, and I hunted there. I didn't even get a single, you know, chocolate lantern. That's just sad, man. And this Pokemon is, I'll be honest, my first PvP team, I actually had this Pokemon in my team. It's just great for the meta at the time, and also it also provides a nice check for Talonflame, which at the time was very crucial. It actually checked both Talonflame, Zap, and it deals damage back. You can run Volt Switch, Scald, Toxic. I guess at that time you don't have Volt Switch, you have Discharge, right? Yeah, it's great. It's great. And it has two great ability in Water Absorb and Volt Absorb, and you can't ignore those. So yeah, I think this Pokemon is much better than those in D tier. I wouldn't say that it's better than Kingler though, so I'm gonna put it in D, in C. And I actually love this Pokemon. I don't have anything against it. C should be good. Yeah, I think C is like the perfect tier for it. Yeah, I love it, and I love it as well. Xatu. Do you love Xatu? Yeah, one of those Pokemon I put in my first PvP team once again. With my Dark Side of Xatu, with Magic Bounce, you don't have, you know, Black Medallion back in the day. So getting a hidden ability Pokemon, as common as it was, is still like a struggle. So yeah, that's about the PvE aspect of it. How about PvP? Yes, Magic Bounce. It's a flying type. So it has ground immunity, which is one of the principles you need when you build a team. So ground immunity, Magic Bounce, two great things about it. It's a psychic type, flying psychic is not, I don't think it's a good typing for what it's trying to do. It's the same as Espeon. Let's see. So on Smogon in its respective tier, right? It's great there because the power is low and you don't really have a lot to deal with it. If you invest some defense on it, it's actually like solid. I think it has some solid defense for like a lower tier, right? But in OU is, yeah, you just can't justify using it. It's not a bad Pokemon, definitely. It has Heat Wave, Psychic, U-Turn, Calm Mind, Wish, Protect, Trick Room as well. And yeah, it got power ups, I guess, pretty much. So it has a lot of great things going for it, but everything is just like not enough, you know. It's like you have great stuff going for you, but the stats are just, you know, miserable. And I think it's C tier. I don't like it as much as Lantern, but yeah, I think Lantern has a place at the moment actually. But Xatu, not a lot. It's also Psychic type that get pursued. Its gimmick of preventing rocks is nice, but those Pokemon that get up rocks aren't actually scared of it that much. I don't think so. I'll put it in C tier. I think it's like a low C tier perhaps. And yeah, we're gonna rearrange that later. Switching Pharaoh, yeah. That's like the only rocker it's scared out, right? Not really scared out. I guess it's still afraid of like knockoff, perhaps. Oh, it has thunder outside. It's raining. Guys, it's raining! Okay. So moving on, Sunflora. Do you have anything to say about Sunflora? Because say right now, before I put it into the trash can, I cannot stand any Sunflora. What does it have? Solar power? Solar power, right? Solar power, but it's super slow. Its moveset aren't even that great. I mean, you have Venusaur, you have even Victory Bell. Why would you use a Sunflora? It's so slow too. I don't know what you make of this Pokemon. It's like, I don't hate it as much as Layton, I don't think. But I don't know. Does it have Earth Power yet? Was that like Gen 8? I think it's Gen 8. So for now it's kind of F, right? Yeah, nothing to say about it. Slowking! Slowking is definitely interesting. Not bad, I would say. It checked a lot of Pokemons actually. Check Kingdra, right? Which is a huge Red and Rain team. Keldeo is a big one. Extremely underrated in Pro. Yeah, I guess Slowking is kind of like that. Check Keldeo, right? Which is a, you know, one of the biggest Red at the moment. It's also, you know, pivot into a lot of things. Rain and Thunder rip my internet. What? That's me. That's not you, right? Luca? Don't leave me. Yeah, okay, so Slowking is it's definitely a good Pokemon right here. So what can you make of it? I think it has one like weaknesses. Yeah, it dies to 2 Thunder Punch. If you run like Bold Slowking, then you better off run Calm Slowbro. Calm Slowbro is actually better than Bold Slowking. So if you run Slowking to utilize it, you probably gonna run like Modest Calm or something like that to like double down on the aspect of checking special attacker. It checked Charizard. You can switch into like a Flamethrower perhaps, and then like just switch out. You can run like a Soft Vest or Cobra Berry counter to bait in Tyranitar and just kill it. But you cannot remove away his weakness of being pursued. I mean, you know, Slowbro is getting pursued as well, but it doesn't die to like one pursuit. And the pursuit user has to be very careful, because if you click pursuit on like not the switching out, then it's gonna throw back its guard and just burn you. But Slowking is, you know, it's more risk free to click pursuit against Slowking. Yeah, and I think Slowking is definitely better than Lantern. And it's better than Zapdos, so put it in B. I think it's solid, but yeah, there are some weaknesses, apparent weaknesses. Assault as calm slow, bro. Then you better use Slowking then, my buddy. Yeah. So we put in B. We have 2 water type in B. Not too shabby. So Magneton. Why is there a Magneton here? Is that Magneton? I mean, I have both of them. I decided to keep Magneton because it has something that could make it better than a Magneton, because it's speed tier. So if you run Scarf, you know, a Scarf Magneton can outspeed a lot of Pokemons that Magneton can't. For example, Starmie, you know, Azelf, something like that, 361, and Weavile 383, right? Yeah, and Tornadus is 375. Mega Pidgeot at 375 as well. And that is, you know, hella a lot of Pokemon. That's a big pool of Pokemon. So Magneton is, I definitely think, is underrated in terms of like a Scarfer instead of Magneton. But there's a reason that Magneton just, you know, better in most of the time. You know, just better most of the time. But there are cases Magneton is just better than Magneton, and especially when you hold Scarf. Yeah, no, that's like the only situation when it's better actually. Yeah, if you run a Scarfer, it's definitely Magneton. I think it's B. So imagine a world where Magneton is banned, right? Some of you think that Magneton is like, you know, comparable to Ductrio, but it's not like that. If you are Ductrio, to run away from it, you need like Shed Shell on common Pokemons, and that's not what you run. At least with Magneton, you know what your targets is, so you can put Shed Shell on those. So imagine a world where Magneton is banned. You're definitely going to use Magneton. It's not even bad. It's not even bad. Its special attack is only like 10 base lower than the Magneton. Yeah, it's not even bad. So I put it in B tier. I think it's nice. Yeah. How come so many Vietnamese pay to play pro? I don't know. Can you explain? I mean, you can say the same thing about other games as well. How come there are like so many players in this country playing this game, whatever? I guess it's just like, you know, I don't know, their comfort area, I guess. So moving on to, you know, oh, I think I'm losing my voice. Anyway, you know, F tier. If you put in S tier, it's just a joke. Some people love memeing though, so it's wait, music stop. Keep playing. Yeah. So F tier. Worst Pokemon in the game. You don't find anything worse. I guess the pre-evolution, right? So this is technically a fully evolved Pokemon. It's just a one stage. Yeah, so you can say it's the worst, like one stage or like fully evolved or something like that. Yeah, it's even worse than the baby as well. Like, bro, I could run any babies here and it's still better. You know, I'm gonna run like Clefairy, not Clefairy, like Cleffa. Maybe Cleffa is still better than you know. You know, Magnemite is still better. Slowpoke is definitely better. You know, Shinchao better. You know, Uno is just it sucks, man. And I don't know why we talk a lot about Uno here. Yeah, Tangela is the GOAT, man. Tangela is just better, but I don't have Tangela here because Tangela is actually better than it's like. Yeah, I think Tangela is just better because sometimes you use Tangela as a knockoff fodder. You just go Tangela into a knockoff, so Tangela is, yeah. Don't have Tangela. It's different from Magneton compared to Magneton, I think. So yeah. anticipate Girafarig. Have anyone used this Pokemon before? I never use it. I think it has some special move, Carmine Thunderbolt, and also have the on the physical side. Its stat is pretty miserable though. Is it normal Psychic? Yeah, it's normal Psychic. So Psychic normal is a bad typing offensively and also defensively. And not even to mention that. So you know, look like an F. Oh, it is an F. I didn't notice that. Okay. So yeah, Girafarig. I put it in F here for now. Not a lot going for it. Yeah, Carmine Thunderbolt size Shock, Hyper Voice, something like that. Yeah, no, I'm putting in F. It's better than Unknown though. So if there is here below F, I'm gonna put Unknown there, but there aren't any, so it gotta sit here with the rest. Granbull. You think Granbull is bad? I think it's you know, it's weird. It's Fairy typing plus Intimidate, and Intimidate is great. I've used it before. I actually used Granbull like twice. That's crazy. Run like a base set with Thunderbolt to bait in Skarmory. It also has Search Bomb, bait in Tangrowth. That meta was kinda old though, so I don't think it's, you know, it's as easy to bait as of now because there are plenty of switching right now. Its coverage is fine, it's decent. Fire Fan, Ice Fan. Yeah, pretty sure I can run those. Superpower as well, play rough, but it's very slow. It has Intimidate and it's fair typing, so it's good to check some Pokemon, but it doesn't have any reliable recovery. So you gotta run like Sleep Talk, Rest Sleep Talk, something like that, and that means you can't run any other moves. And I think, yeah, I think this Pokemon just, honestly, I put it in D. D makes sense. It's not as good as Zatu and Lantern, that's for sure. It's about the same as this down here, but I think it's probably better than one of these. Like, it's better than Golduck, I would say. Like Arbok is definitely better. So put it in D, but like high D or something. Yeah, let's put it in D. Ursaring. Is Ursaring a good Pokemon in Trick Room? Have you guys used it? I know some of you use it. It's those type of Pokemon that you would think that it fits Trick Room well, and it does. It does fit the Trick Room team. You know, it's slow. You know, it has Facade, huge attack. Not huge actually. It's just decent. It's not that high. So what is that not to like about it? I guess. What does it have again? Crunch, Facade, Superpower. Yeah, something along those lines. So in Trick Room, you have stiff competition, right? So you know that you're gonna have like a Guts user in Conqueror if you want to use it. Fighting type, you also have, you know, Heracross, Marowak, and also a bunch of other like hard-hitting Pokemons like Crawdon or something like that. So in Trick Room, I think the only viable ways of using it Trick Room, you could technically use Toxic Boost, but its speed is not that high, so even a Toxic Boost, then you're still gonna be slower than a lot of like the big threats in OU. And you also worry about your prediction, right? This one, if you have Facade, you probably have to predict a lot. And in Trick Room, they prioritize something that like click one moves and it can kill everything, or you click other move and then you still click another move and you can still kill it. But this Pokemon is not the same. I mean, Facade is great, but what if they just keep switching back and forth between like a Rocky Helmet user and then just back and forth like that? It's not great. So I think it's not F, it's not C, so I put it in D, right? There should have been a tier between this, but yeah, I'll put it in D. Makes sense. What about X-Cloud? X-Cloud. Use it in Trick Room, and it did a lot actually. But I don't think that's I don't think that's, you know, him creating his own like opportunity or something like that. It has a lot to do with how the Trick Room team works. because I do have like a lot of physical attackers, so they tend to sack their special attack and then just boom burst everything. Yeah, I like respect, definitely nice. You could also run it outside of Trick Room. You have like a nice moveset: a Fire Blast, Focus Blast, Flamethrower, Surf, Boom Burst, Ice Beam. Great moves, actually. Great move. But there's something about it. I feel like it's bulky, but it's not bulky enough to run like offensively with the max speed, max speed attack. It has okay speed. It's low, but it's not the bottom. The slowest Pokemon ever. Can it be used as a tank? No, because it doesn't have any like reliable recovery. So I don't think it's good as a tank. And so its ability is definitely like an offensive one. You have Scrappy to his Ghost type, and it has like a very, very strong move in Boom Burst. Its Boom Burst is just great. Boom Burst hitting everything, and it hits very hard. So it's definitely like more of an offensive Pokemon instead of defensive. So yeah, I'm gonna put Expel in high D tier. I had I had faith in this Pokemon. You can always count on it. I actually use it in summer tournament for some reason in other games. I was just messing around, and if Solo didn't exist, exactly, Solo is just better, right? It's not as bulky, but it's oh, we're gonna get to Swallow. No, it's uncommon. It's not even Solo. Is not even a common Pokemon. Damn it! I thought it's common. It's uncommon. Sadly. Okay, let's put X-File in high D tier. Yeah, I think it's high D tier. I don't think it's as versatile as Xatu and Lantern right here. So yeah, it doesn't suit the meta as much, but it's definitely a good Pokemon if you give it like the right meta for it to shine, I guess. But yeah, there's something Swallow. So Delibird is, I can't say it's as bad as these Pokemon, the F tier, but it's not as good as D tier. So let's put it in F, I think. Let's put it in F. It's definitely better than Farfetch. It has Hustle, Ice Shard. Yeah, and Spike. Yeah, Spike, Explosion, Defog. So it is something. It is something. But yeah, I don't think it's as good as those in D tier. But I'm putting F tier, but it's kind of high there. Yeah, fine. Cacturn is cool. It has a cool design, but I never used it. I wanted to use it, but I find it's very strange. Dark type, grass type, great. Sounds like a Siptree, yeah? Sounds like a Siptree. What does it have again? Sandveil, yeah, it has Sandveil. Water Absorb. But for some reason, I think it's pretty easy to be Revenge Skill. Oh yes, it has like 4-time U-turn weakness. So you see something U-turn, you have to run. You don't have anything to back you up, and you're also super slow. And you have option to run like a special move, perhaps. Energy Ball, Dark Pulse, not bad at all. Yeah, honestly, that's not bad at all. Does it have Spike? I forgot it does have Spike. But this Pokemon is just very slow, right? Its offensive move are nice. I don't think it's bad. Is it enough to put it in C tier alongside Xatu and Lantern? No. I don't think it's good enough. And yeah, its typing made it very difficult to like switch into this thing. And the worst part about this is the most common Pokemon with U-turn right now is like a Tornadus. So, if you see a Tornadus, they always gonna throw in Tornadus on this Pokemon. And what you gonna do? What you gonna hit it with? I don't know. Does it have Soul Ash? Doesn't sound like it, right? You could make a troll team of this Pokemon. I guess I will. A troll sand team with like bright powder, substitute, all that stuff. You can do whatever, like Spike. I have all the time in the world to make a team of Cacturn, and I never made one. Shame. D tier. For sure, D tier. Man, this common Pokemon is just not cutting it right now. I suppose that's why they're common. No, I don't think so. I don't think they are the reason. But yeah, definitely not looking good at the moment. Let's see if we can get some redemption in Magnezone. So yeah, Magnezone is definitely a redemption. It's better than Magneton in most cases, and it's not S tier. Definitely not S tier. You have some target, Skarmory, Ferrothorn, Scizor, Mega Scizor being the big one. But yeah, definitely not the best. But yeah, sometimes it does feel like 5v6 if you don't find your targets. Sometimes, just sometimes. It's still useful because in Pro, the meta is very slow. I don't know why, but it's very slow. Yeah, Metagross as well, because you can like Volt Switch out and then come back and Volt Switch again, and the next time you come in, you're gonna kill it. So yeah, I think the meta in Pro is kind of slow, so you can get away with running Choice Scarf. Actually, Choice Scarf is faster than, you know, a good amount of Pokemon. So yeah, I'm gonna put in A tier. It's definitely better than Magneton, but it's not as good as Clefable. It doesn't even beat Clefable. Yeah, so Magnezone is our redemption right here. Before we fall low again with our next option. Rapid Spin, Destiny Bond. Was that about Captain? Does it have this? I don't know. I don't know about that. But it's as low as it is. We don't even have. Yeah, we don't have Custap Berry, so I don't know what to make of it. Use more in tournament. Yeah, actually, yeah. Yeah, some people just like using the same Pokemon, so they're gonna know their opponent using, you know, such and such, and you put a Magnezone in, it's great. There's actually an instant where I know my opponent is using Magnezone actually, so I bring a Steel type in, like a Ferrothorn, and he's gonna go Magnezone. He kill my Ferrothorn, and then I went into Gardevoir. I have Trace, so I trap the Magnezone and it's locked into Hidden Power Fire. I just Calm Mind, Defense Curve, and then just store power, kill everything. That team is built around that, so you can take advantage of Magnezone, or you know, put a Magnezone in to check some of the bigger threat in this meta, and it definitely checks a bunch of Pokemon that is good in the meta right now. So yeah, I think A is solid. Falling down again, Baynet. Baynet. Destiny Bond. The feature of it. There's also a Mega form. Mega Baynet is definitely better than Baynet, right? So we gotta make space to put this two in the tier. So I can't put Mega Baynet in C tier. I don't even think it's as good as Lantern and Xatu, to be honest. So it's not C. It's definitely D. So if Mega Baynet is D, then this means the Baynet here is F, right? It's F. Can I expand this somehow? No, cannot expand it. I'll put it like that then. Yeah, we don't see anything anymore. Okay, so that's Baynet and Mega Baynet. It's very short, you know. Mega Baynet, it used to have Phantom Force, but they fixed it, so no more Phantom Force. You gotta run like Shadow Claw. Knockoff, you know, Destiny Bond. Does it Focus Punch? Yeah, it does have Focus Punch, which is gonna make someone surprised. I guess Heatran, Ferrothorn, something like that. Destiny Bond is not surprising anyone because they know, but you can, you know, take that as your advantage, I guess. There's also Gong Shot, good for Clefable, I guess. I should stop guessing. Man, okay. So that's Baynet's Mega Baynet. Yeah, I just think D and F makes sense. Baynet's in F tier though. Baynet is better than some of these, I guess. Put it here. Okay. Yeah, Baynet. That's Baynet. Moving on. Can I make this smaller somehow? Hang on. Huh. Okay. Change it up a little bit. I also give myself to breathe. Yeah, nice. Yeah, we're back. Yep. Yeah, okay. Nice. Nice. Okay. Let's keep going. We have Raptor. I actually have mixed feeling about this. Raptor. I think I shouldn't rank it as high as it is on Smogon. I've used it in Pro, but I don't know, the nature of it is kind of weird. It's very strong. It's very strong. It hits hard. But if you use it in Pro, there is just something about it that doesn't make any sense. If you use it, you know, double edge, Brave Bird, U-turn, quick attack, close combat, great, everything that just hit everything hard. But you use Choice Band, you have to predict, and there are some Rocky Helmet Pokemon. Let's say Zapdos. Yeah, Zapdos is one of them, I guess. So let's say you have Brave Bird, right? Brave Bird is the more, you know, the easier to spam instead of double edge. But you have a lot of Rocky Helmets. In Pro, you have a lot of Rocky Helmets. So at best, you probably take down a Garchomp and then you just die alongside it. Or, you know, a Ferrothorn, I guess that makes sense. Or there's a Zapdos, and yeah, you double edge like twice and you get static, something like that. So if you click double edge and probably kill something, then it's yeah, I guess it's not as easy to click double edge where there are tons of resistances, and also Ferrothorn being like a Rocky Helmet and Rough Skin one, you don't want to click a double edge ever. And with Brave Bird, there's a Zapdos and a Rotom as well. Yeah, so I think it's B, right? It's low B. Bro, I don't even think it's kind of like Kingler, but it's not as interesting. It's like lame. I put it in B. Low B actually. Hi. The chat and the video is a bit behind too. They're very shy to chat. You know, you see 22 people here and they're watching. It's fine. This is gonna make into a video anyway, so you're gonna come and leave, and I'm gonna, you know, cut some part out after and make it into a video. This is gonna turn into a private stream after this. And boy, I'm talking a lot. How many? So it's been like an hour, perhaps. Yeah, it's fine. An hour is nothing. It's nothing. Okay, moving on. Cherim. F's here. No reason to use it. Why would I use Cherim? Come on, guys. Why would you use it? No. I said no. No, you don't use it. Just don't use it ever. Is it ability even coded? I don't know. I forgot. That's how bad it is. You just don't know that its ability is coded. I usually pay attention to the things I want to use, and those that are interesting. And Flower Gift, make no mistake, is a very interesting ability, but somehow, some way, it doesn't appeal that much to me. So yeah, it's F tier. Not because I don't like it, but because Flower Gift doesn't give it much. You know, maybe it has a Mega Stone and you're gonna cut the ability to replace it with something else. It should be a Mega in that case. And it's you know, Flower Gift turned into the Sunny form as Weather Ball. It doesn't even have Solar Blade. I think Solar Blade is Gen 8. Yeah, okay, so Weather Ball, Solar Beam. And this Flower Gift is not even Chlorophyll, so not even solar power. What? Why? Don't use it. F's here. Don't use it. Next one. Neoqueen. I actually think Neoqueen is underrated. Neoqueen and Nidoking. Nidoking is more on the surface. It has like great things going for it. Shield Force, runs special attack most likely. If you run physical, it's not as good. Guess has Self Rock, Ice Beam, Flamethrower, you know, Thunderbolt, Surge Wave, Earth Power. Its moveset just great. You just click it and kill the thing. Depends if they have a Chansey or not, but yeah, generally if they don't have like a Chansey, you probably kill everything. Its speed tier is low on Smogon, but in Pro it's very fast for some reason. Yeah, it's very fast for some reason. He was behind. Oh yeah, I suppose you run back the stream a little bit and it's just like that. It's fine. I put a very low delay speed on this video because I want to get like interactive and stuff. So yeah, so Neoqueen, I think Neoqueen is great. If you want to check a Fable, Neoqueen is probably your best bet. If you run Black Slush, you have reliable recovery. You also have Taunt if you want to run it. Self Rock, and it has good matchup against the infamous Defogger, which is Zapdos. If you run like Black Slush, then you still come in Zapdos, get rocks and scare it out. You know, you also hit everything, as well as a Nidoking. It just and it has great bulks. What it has over Nidoking was that it tanked an Earth Power from Mega Diancie, which I saw a lot, and also it tanked an Aqua Jet from Azumaru, which are the main two. So all the time I've used Nidoqueen is more bulky than Nidoking. It's not as fast, which makes Nidoking a better Pokemon, right? Because it's faster than Heatran and stuff. Yeah, Heatran, Togekiss, all the key targets. And faster than also Breloom as well. So that's why Neoqueen is a little bit better, but I don't even think Neoqueen is much further behind, to be honest. I've used Neoqueen, and every time I use it, it's never bad. It's like a Neoqueen, but I can tank an Earth Power and I can tank an Aqua Jet, all that stuff. And Neoqueen is a little bit on steroid. So I'm gonna put them in A tier. I'm putting Neoqueen in A tier. Yeah, I honestly think Neoqueen is great in Pro, and I think Neoqueen is just a little bit behind. This might come as a shocker because Neoqueen is not actually what you see, but that's just because there's a Neoqueen. But yeah, the fact that I think Neoqueen is not much worse than the Neoqueen, just because I used it before and I, have experience with it. I think these two belong to A tier. So yeah, okay. Did we get like half done? Yeah, probably half. Yeah. Just making progress, making progress. And moving on, we have Quagsire. Quagsire is the Pokemon on PU, right? On Smogon. But it's Pro, it has 1 tier. Does it have any purpose sitting in OU? Yes. It has a very specific niche, and it's very good at it. It checks physical attacker that like buffs the attack, like Dragonite, for instance. It's also decent to switch into like, for example, a Metagross, Meteor Mash, and probably scale them out. Or sometimes you just say in Zen Headbutt to HKO it, or probably flinch it. I don't know. Certainly, its typing is good. Water and ground is just always good defensively. It's unaware, right? You don't use the Water Absorb ever, except for that time I misclicked and I put Water Absorb on this Quagsire on my Pokemon Showdown. So that is something forgettable. So yeah, it does check a lot of setup sweeper. Maybe you're thinking of Charizard X perhaps. So yeah, I think Quagsire is nice. It's nice. But is it good enough to consider as your main tank on the team to check the physical attacker? No. It's subpar. It is very subpar. So you can check some physical attacker, but like they only half check them. If there's something happen like a secondary effect, or like you take a little bit more damage, for example, from Spike and all that stuff, you only have to recover. You are only in range of a 2H kill somehow. You're very close to be in range of a 2H kill sometimes, like most of the time too. And what you check is definitely frightening, but yeah, it's just not good enough, I would say. Yeah, better on paper. Yeah, I think that's just accurate. It's better on paper, that's for sure. Check Pitch Sharp, that's for sure. And but yeah, we can all agree that if the Bishop like just knock off and just Iron Head and just attack it again, it probably dies as well. It's holding like Black Glasses or like Life Orb. Yeah, just one flinch away, right? And Mega Scizor, it even U-turn out, and next time it's gonna be super low that it can't check any other physical attackers anymore. Weavile, yeah, Weavile is definitely not. It's not checking Weavile ever. Just a knockoff, and then the next time you come in, just Ice Cold Crash and Fling, just kill it. So Quagsire, I think it's C, right? It's D. No. I think it has more purpose than those Pokemon in D tier. It's definitely C tier. If they love Lantern and love Zazu, something like that, Quagsire is definitely C tier. Okay, I put it in C. Pelipper. There's one team you use Pelipper in. And we all know what it is, right? We all know, you know, you can run Scarf Pelipper or like Specs Pelipper. Doesn't matter. It's a good Pokemon. Even if you don't use it as a range setter, it has a lot going for it. It has Defog. It has Roost, Reliable Recovery. It has Rain, which is, you know, standard Rain. Scald, great. Hurricane in if you want to run Specs or to U-turn, is great. It's great. But would you use it as your check to any other Pokemons outside of Rain team? Probably not. You probably have better things to do. So it using one team is very good at it. I don't know what to make of this. I feel like it is as good as an A tier Pokemon lookalike. Okay? It's not the star like ever. Specs and Warm Web. Probably, but it's a little bit. Yeah, you have to run Timid as well, right? Timid, because Modest is a little bit too slow. Is it 156, right? 156 mean speed, not counting the minus speed nature. 156. It's kind of like a Fable. So 240, yeah, 240, 360. 360 is decent. Yeah, probably. Yeah, still slower than Weavile, and also Manectric, Lopunny, all that stuff. Yeah, I wish it's faster. If you use like Timid, it loses a lot of power, and also, yeah, you're not outspeeding a lot in between either. Yeah, because there's something in between called Tornadoes. Once you hit with a Hurricane. So anyway, yeah, I think it's A tier. A tier. Crobat. Crobat is decent. I used it before. I run both sets. One is physical and one is special. With the Nasty Plus set, you have Heat Wave, Surge Bomb, Roost, and you actually beat Chansey 1v1 because you can't get Toxic, right? You just boost your stat in front of it, and you can poison it, or if you don't like Air Slash, you can flinch it once, and just one flinch, and then you just win against the Chansey. It's weird though. It's kind of weird. You would think that it's like the best check ever for a superior, and it is. It is actually, yeah. It has Infiltrator, right? So we can go through Substitute, and this resists a Leaf Storm by like a good margin. Crobat, it also has Taunt. You can check a Fable with this, although you don't want to eat a Thunder Wave. But then again, no one does, even a Heatran. So yeah, Crobat. I think Crobat is as good as a, you would say, a Kingler, Raptor. I think it's B tier. It also has Defog. It's at the weakness that is Stealth Rock weakness, but I think it's B tier. It's decent. Use it before, not bad, not bad at all. It has some like hard check though. So if you want to run it like offensively, you're gonna have a little bit problem removing all the checks. The big one being Heatran and also Magneton, something like that. Yeah, if you run the special moveset, you're gonna have an easier time with Heat Wave, because Heat Wave is gonna assist you a lot. If you have Hidden Power Ground, great. Right, but yeah, it's something in between. It's off. If you run it offensively, it's not hitting that hard, but it's fast. If you run it defensively, which is like the standard max speed, not even max speed, you just need to run enough speed to outspeed superior. I think if you run a lot of speed, it's not that much better. So yeah, I think it's solid. It's just decent. It's fine. Crobat's fine. Beautifly is F tier. No discussion. You have better Quiver Dancers you use. Main one being Volcarona. If you knock it out one pack, it's gonna be Vaynermoth, and then one more pack is gonna be Vivillon. So yeah, no business running Beautifly. It's even worse than Butterfree, because Butterfree at least has Tinted Lens. Gyarados and Mega Gyarados. What to make up this? Gyarados. Yeah, Gyarados is good. It's just good. Anything weird about it? No. Dragon Dance, you know. If you hate Zapdos, you probably run Stone Edge, right? Yeah, if you hate Zapdos, you probably run Stone Edge. Tibetan Zapdos is just Stone Edge and kill it. I would much prefer it. If you run regular Gyarados, I would love to have like a bounce set with Substitute and Bounce Waterfall. Dragon Dance. I kid you not, I won a lot of game with that set, and that set is just crazy. If you don't pay attention, if your team is like hyper offense, they kind of have to check a lot of things, and Gyarados is usually the one that's left out for some reason. So it's usually forgotten. If you see in the team that has a lot of big threats, like a Hawlucha, some you know, I forgot, Superior, Bishop, something like that. It going Bishop is certainly nice because Bishop removes a lot of check for it. Yeah, so it's usually left out in like an offense team. So you run like Bounce Substitute, it's gonna do well there. It's great. It's great. It's better than those in B tier, and it's definitely like more like an A tier Pokemon, not S tier. And I would say Mega Gyarados is the same thing. You have Giant Dance 3 attack, or like a substitute to, you know, not Mega Evolve and then just substitute and dance on the Amoonguss. Or if you use something more passive like Almomola, then your substitute is going to be great as well. Yeah, I think these two is A tier. Are A tier. Yo, hello. Hi. Hi. Okay, I'll catch my breath for a little bit. Oh boy. Look at this Pokemon left. There's 80 of them, and we've done like half, perhaps. Okay. Gyarados can pivot into Metagross. Yeah, that's strong. So, oh, and also it has decent special defense, right? So it can take a hit from Volcarona and probably scare it out. And it's also, yeah, Intimidate is nice. Also ground immunity. So if your opponent locked into a Scarf Earthquake to kill your Bishop, perhaps, for example, then you get a free setup with Gyarados. Also, it switch into Lopunny. So as an emergency like check, something like that, it's certainly nice. You also have Bounce. You can set up on Lopunny if you have screens up. It's nice. Anyway. Okay, back to a more tamed one, which is Janmega. Wow. That's famous last word. I don't think Janmega is tame at all. It's strong. It's very strong with Tinted Lens. Speed Boost is don't like Speed Boost. Speed Boost is just hindering its ability to break teams. Tinted Lens, great. Use it like a couple times. Great. Tinted Lens, great. It's fast enough for a pro meta, so you don't need Speed Boost. Speed Boost is nice because if you run like Protect, you're gonna avoid a lot of fake out and for example from Lopunny, and just you kill it back. Yeah, I think Tinted Lens is just a much better ability. Speed Boost on this Pokemon is fine as well, but yeah. So enough about his ability. What about his other quality? His defense is not bad at all. He has decent defense. Can survive a lot of like physical priority move actually. It also resists Mach Punch, which is a big one. You don't die to Mach Punch ever, and Fake Out deals like 25, I think, or lower than 25. I don't remember, but it has decent defense. So it's not as easy to revenge kill as you would think. And if you don't know about Tinted Lens and you switch around a lot, like a Scizor, you come into Scizor, Zapdos, you're gonna get blown away, and that's actually happened on camera too. You just switch between like a Torkoal or like a Scizor or something, Zapdos, and it's gonna kill everything. And this also doesn't die to Bullet Punch. Yeah, that's a big one as well. So Janmega, not A tier, better than C tier Pokemons. I'm putting B. I think B fits well, so it's definitely B tier. Janmega. Gyarados has Sticky Web, Mega Horn, Poison Jab, Sucker Punch. Not good enough for this year, yeah? Although Sticky Web is kind of a strong gimmick, isn't it? But the other spiders just do it better, which is Galvantula. Sadly, Galvantula is not here. Put in Apps here. It has more purpose in the game than some of these, but it's definitely one of the worst Stick Web user. I mean, Shaco is even better, right? So moving on to regular Pidgeot. How about regular Pidgeot? Can you use it regularly? Yes, I did use it actually. Because Mega didn't exist, so I use it. Do you run a special set on the regular Pidgeot? No. No, definitely don't. Can you run like defensive defog or something like that? U-turn, it has U-turn, Brave Bird, Hurricane, you know, Heat Wave. But it's just a regular Pidgeot though. It's not Mega. Mega, we're gonna talk about it later. But a regular Pidgeot is not what we're looking for. I put in F tier, right? Yeah, it's F, but it's not as bad. But yeah, probably put in F. Man, you have default and Roost. You have like everyone's dream right there. Default, Roost, U-turn. But yeah, I don't know how to use you when you just have a cooler Mega right next to you. Mega Pidgeot. So Mega Pidgeot is kind of a sleeper pick, honestly. With the amount of you know, the amount of Pokemon it can revenge kill is just amazing. You can revenge kill like Medicham. If you have max speed, which is, you know, easier to get because it's a common Pokemon, so it's gonna be easier to get than for example a max speed Tornadus, right? So it's likely always gonna be fast on Tornadus, and you can 2-hit kill it after rocks. So Tornadus is actually not a check. If you have like Bold Rotom, you get 3 kill. Does it get 3 kill? Probably not. But if you're on U-turn, it's gonna get nice momentum out of it. Has nice stop breaking. Yes, love this stop breaking set. With Work Up, Roost, Hurricane, and just refresh, right? Yeah, 4 of those. Nice stop breaking set. Nothing to worry about. You would say that there's an unaware Clefable, but no, you just confuse the Clefable in one turn and just beat it. Beat up the Clefable, unaware Clefable. Don't care about 30% chance to confuse. It's not even like 70 Hurricane. It's 100 Hurricane. So yeah, it's great. It's a sleeper pick in my opinion. The only problem with is that after you kill something, if their team happens to have a Tyranitar, I run into this problem a lot. So let's say I always consider Pidgeot and Manectric. They kind of step on their toes with each other. I don't know why, but when I think of them, you know, I need a very strong special attacker Mega Pokemon. I probably gonna go with Manectric or Pidgeot, depends on what I want. But Manectric, if their team happens to have a Tyranitar, you can still Volt Switch out. You probably click Volt Switch against this too. And the Pokemon you killed after that, and then just go into Tyranitar, which is gonna pursue you. But Manectric doesn't die to that, and you can come in. It's not weak to rock, so it's coming in. That's just, you know, it's having easier time to come in. But Pidgeot, for example, if you kill something with Hurricane, and then they just, you know, throw in a Tyranitar and you just U-turn out, you can take a lot from Pursuit. Normally it's Choice Band Tyranitar too, so you take a lot from Pursuit. In conjunction with you being weak to like Stealth Rock, you're gonna have a hard time coming back in, and I faced that a lot while laddering. So yeah, that is one issue with it. Also, Manectric has Intimidate, so I guess if you leave the Tyranitar, you're not gonna take as much damage. Yeah. The other one being Zapdos. It's certainly not. It's certainly not, you know, as bad as Zapdos, because Zapdos, if it's not careful, it's gonna be in range of like a 2 kill from Heat Wave. Yeah, so that is not one of the main reasons, yeah, but it's still hindering Pidgeot a lot. But Pidgeot is just amazing. I think it's just amazing. I've been experimenting with Hurricane, Heatwave, and Refresh and Roost to check Superior, because they normally just glare you. So you have refresh, and then you just Hurricane, just Roost, just keep doing that. They're not gonna know anything. It's fine. And running refresh without having the ability to stop break is fine. I think it's totally fine. You give up U-turn, but that's totally fine. You can make some doubles. Hey, yeah, Mega Man Electric is faster than Weavile. It's one of the big thing. It's also check Scizor with like Intimidate, right? Intimidate, definitely. So yeah, Pidgeot not as good at Mimic Trick, but I think it's solid. I even think it's better than Gyarados actually. Mega Gyarados, that is, because it fits into more team than Mega Gyarados. Mega Gyarados is very limited in what it can do, or maybe I just don't use it enough. But I think Mega Pidgeot is A tier. It's a sleeper pick, so let's go with A tier for now. Bring back memory. Oh, this Diamond Pearl. Dustox! There's a very funny set with this. Back in 2016. Pokemon Revolution Online Summer Tour, I had a tournament game with a person. He used a Dustox, and his set was Roost, Iron Defense, Quiver Dance, and Roost. Sounds like unbeatable, right? But his stat is just so bad. I could just brute force to without having to worry much about it. that's kind of like, you know, just a funny experience with Dustox right here. Is it a good Pokemon? Yeah, no. If you're a new player and you just start playing Pokemon for like just now, you start playing Pokemon just now, you look at Dustox, wow, Quiver Dance boosting special defense, speed and special attack. Iron Defense, you boosting your defense, and you have Roost for recovery. Great. What's there to not like about it? I mean, it's that even you boost all the way, you're still pretty weak. You don't die to you die to a lot of things, like a physical attacker perhaps. Tyranitar is still gonna wreck you with like +6 defense. Who cares? So yeah, no, this stock is just F tier. Nothing. I'm gonna put it beside the Beautifly. What this list about? Check the title. Mister, check the title. Pretty sure it was there. Okay, anyway. Parasect. Do you want me to rank like all false swiper? It's definitely one of those false swiper, right? You bring around, and it's even shiny because it's easier to get a shiny Paras than a shiny Brilliant, perhaps. So that's about it, I guess. Spore, yeah, Spore. Its typing is horrible. Carrier check. Carrier check, okay. Yeah, it's probably a carrier check. But does it have any recovery? You probably have to run the rest, right? Doesn't have Strength Sap yet because in Pro you don't have it. It has access to Strength Sap later, right? I guess. Yeah, the cardio check, I guess. Has Spore. How can I only remember Spore? Dry Skin, you know, good ability. Just horrible typing, honestly. Just horrible. Grass and Buck is just I can't even imagine why would you use such typing. And yeah, will I put it in F tier? Yes, probably. It's not as good as a D tier one. Although I would say that it's better than a few of these, but yeah, F tier. It's horrible. Butterfree is like one step behind on catching up with the D train right here. Tinted Lens is scary, but that's about it. What's your typing again? Bug Flying, which is like the second worst thing next to Bug and Grass, right? So, and its speed is also bad. Let's see. After one Quiver Dance, you don't even outspeed Superior. I don't think you outspeed Superior, right? You don't outspeed Tornadus. You don't outspeed Weavile. I mean, I guess Weavile just Ice Shot and you die. You have pathetic bulks, and your move pool is you have Bug Buzz, which hits everything basically. Air Slash, don't even have Hurricane. I don't know. Oh, it doesn't even have Air Slash, does it? It has Air Cutter, something like that. I don't know. I don't remember. It has Sleep Powder as well. Sleep Powder, Compound Eye, but yeah. Generally, why would you use it over? Yeah, exactly, Vaynermoth, right? Why would you use it over like Vaynermoth or Vivillon for that matter? Same typing, but the other one has like Compound Eye, Hurricane. It also has Sleep Powder, which has like highly buffed accuracy. So yeah, I think it's just a little bit short on D tier. Maybe make it faster or something. I'll put it beside Dustock and Beautifly. It's miles better than Dustock and Beautifly though. Gotta say that. It's miles better than those, but yeah. Not enough. Just put the 3 butterflies there. Good measure. Anyway, Macargo. Have you ever used the Macargo? One thing you probably don't know about it is that it has recovery. It has reliable recovery. And it has Stealth Rock. So 2 of the good move, right? Recover and Stealth Rock. Lava Plume. Great. Lava Plume. Fantastic. But when you take a look at its typing, Rock and Fire. How horrible is that? Rock and Fire, I think, is a great offensive typing. Offensively, it's great. But this Pokemon is not built to be offensive. I mean, it has Stealth Rock and Recover. Why would you build it like offensively? You gotta build it like a tank somehow. It does also have Flame Body, by the way, which is a great ability if you want to be a physical tank. But its typing is just so bad. It's Rock, Fire, it's just horrible. You want to run it offensively, it's bad. Run it defensively, it's also so bad. I don't know. It's great moves, great ability. Why is it typing like this? It just doesn't fit. It's like, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It's like you, I don't know. It's like you drink the sea water, but you're thirsty and you drink like sea water, a lot of salt, something like that. I don't know. It feels like that. It's weird. I'm putting in the F tier. I wanted to put in D tier, but I don't know. The more I think about it, it's kind of unpleasant to think about it. Yeah, I don't want to touch it ever. Even literally, by the way, its Pokédex entry is kind of lame. I don't know, overpowered, something like that. But yeah, it's not like that. It's just not the same thing. Okay, next up, Furret. Oh, Furret, poor little Furret. I use it in PvP, by the way. Is this just gonna be like, oh yeah, I use this Pokemon in PvP, it's not even bad. Oh, I use this Pokemon in PvP and it's just so bad. Oh yeah, I use this Pokemon because I just love it, but it's so bad. But I don't even care, something like that. But this is a Furret we're talking about. What does it have? Trick, U-turn, Ice Punch. Probably has a 5 punch through. I don't know. Double Edge. Something going for it. But Frisk is not a good enough ability. Its stats is also not good. It has some nice move like Coil, Baton Pass, which is banned. I know you guys still use it for boss team, by the way. Change. Don't use it. But anyway, for it, yeah, nothing more to say about it. It's somewhere around tier F tier. It's probably like a Pidgeot, perhaps. He has a nice move in Trick, cripple some physical walls if you want to use Trick, something like that. But it's not even that big of a deal. and its damage is just pathetic. It can't even scare out anything, even with Double Edge, which has a very high base power move. And Choice Band. No, not enough stat, man. Yeah, let's put in F tier. Mega Bijou. Do we have a regular Bijou here? I don't. What? Where's my regular Bijou? Well, okay. Well, there's no regular Bijou here. But I want to say that the regular Bijou is also F tier, right alongside the Bucks. Although it has more interesting stuff for sure. Sniper, right? Sniper, so you can not like scope land, focus energy stuff. But there are some others Pokemon that do it better. The regular Bijou has also Toxic Spike, you know, one of the occasions. Swords Dance, yeah, but its power is just not good enough, and I think it's like an F tier. Mega Bijou is overrated. I think it's rated right actually, because they don't like it as much. For the time I was playing PvP, I haven't seen a Mega Bijou on the other side for way too long. I don't even remember. Was it like months or a year? I don't know. The only time I see it was on my team. And yeah, I think it's not as good as you give credit for. But it certainly hits hard, right? But it has a lot of obstacle. Zapdos, Scizor, Mega Scizor, which are the two big things. You touch Zapdos, you get paralyzed, and you're basically dead. That's the case. You don't even can come in safely on the Clefable because you're scared of Thunder Wave and Flamethrower. You're fast, but you die to priority move way too easily. Lovely. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Amine El Aoni. I'm pretty sure I butchered the name. Yeah, so Bijou, yeah, there are reasons that I don't see it as often as some people do, but yeah, I'm gonna put it in B tier just because of the sheer power a bit. Because our Dap ability is very strong. It has two great stab move in Poison Jab, U-turn. Poison Jab is not great, but it's like it suits well. You know, U-turn is definitely great. Stab U-turn hits pretty hard. I'm putting it in B tier out of respect for it. It's definitely not an A, like ever, not in a million years. It's not even as good as any A tier Pokemon ever. We put it here, so yeah, it's gonna be B tier. So we're gonna know there's a regular Bijou in the F tier somewhere. So yeah, Bijou, never cutting it. It's very difficult to bring it out, and even in a Volturn team, you would rather use like Manectric, maybe? Yeah, Manectric and a physical attacker is always going to be better than a Bijou plus a special attacker because it doesn't make any sense. You die to priority boom way too easy. Even if you pair it with, for example, Magneton, the Metagross is going to be the better option for that. You definitely don't want a Bijou like that. Got outclassed basically. Even though the typing is not even the same, its typing is just unique, but it still got outclassed. That's crazy. Anyway, moving on, Noctowl. I had sweet memories about this Pokemon. Used it in a lot of tournament once. With Woke Up, Substitute, Roost, and Hurricane, it has Tinted Lens. And just sit in front of a Chansey, yeah? Obviously, and just set up. You have 404 HP, which is, you know, just enough so one side missile doesn't break your sub. And that set is interesting. But why would you use it like sometimes like over Pidgeot? I guess Pidgeot is like a very high bar. Buff is special attack in Gen 7. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice actually. Wait, did they buff it in Pro though? I never paid attention to that. I have one in Pro. Was hunting Tinted Land as well, but never got one. It's quite rough to find like 31 HP. But yeah. Yeah, no clue. Right, we are like Gen 6.5, so yeah, don't want to say anything that has not been confirmed yet. And Wally seems to be very busy too, so yeah. So yeah, Noctowl, I have sweet memory with it. Is it good enough for like D tier? It's definitely F or D. It's Tinted Lens. Yeah, Tinted Lens strong. I think it's stronger than Butterfree. Yeah, the Defog, you want to use it. Hurricane is definitely one of them. Heat Wave also had Heat Wave. Yeah, this is like a Pidgeot, but it's like 10 times worse or something like that. I put it in. Is it as good as some of these? Probably. I don't know. I mean, if like in a limited format, you probably gonna make some use of it. I don't know. I have to think about this. Is it better than? Yeah, I think it's better than all these guys actually. Is it the same, around the same as Pidgeot, regular Pidgeot? It's better than regular Pidgeot, I would say. Is it Tinted Lens? Yeah, put it in D tier, like low D tier. Just having mercy for our friend Noctowl right here because he stayed up all night. I don't want to to mess around with it. So anyway, D tier. Next up is Kingdra. Kingdra is like a perfect special attacker in Rain Team. You could say everything about like Tornadus being scary with Hurricane, you know, a Manaphy, which is a menace, obviously, in Rain. What other do you have? The Almastar, which is like Shell Smash. What are the other Swiss in Kabutops? No, that's physical attacker. But Kingdra is just perfect for like that role for some reason. If I can only put one special attacker in a Rain team, I'll put Kingdra, no doubt. I'm not even gonna think about Manaphy. I put Kingdra in there because Kingdra is that distribution. Don't get me wrong, it's definitely not optimal to be like a hard hitter, but its move in the rain hits just hard enough to make significant damage, and its bulk is just like perfectly balanced enough so you can tank some priority move, and also you take a lot of one shot from neutral hit as well. So I think Kingler is just the perfect special attack for Rain Team until something better comes out. Actually, yeah, I guess until something better, or like they buff the Zapdos, it's like Hurricane. Yeah. So Kingdra, I'm putting in A tier. Next to Pelipper, so that they can go with each other. And yeah, I think Kingdra is just solid. You can't get any better than a Kingdra. Okay, so next up is Mamoswine. Mamoswine is interesting. I feel like I don't use it enough to tell. Yeah, some of these Pokemon you don't even have to use, and you have a sense of how good it is or how bad it is. But Mamoswine, I got a feeling it should be better if I use it more. Yes, Stealth Rock is great, but Stealth Rock is not really the move you want to click with it. I mean, it hits so hard, you just want to attack. So clicking Stealth Rock on it feels weird, especially when you're switching is mostly Rotom. You certainly want to knock it off first. You have Freeze Dry as an option to scale to Rotom. Earthquake and Icicle Crash hits pretty hard with this high attack stat. Life Orb, Thick Fast, great ability. Oblivious if you want to run like a a lead, so you don't get taunt. Endeavor, Ice Shard. He has a lot of things going for it. So anyway, there are still something about I don't know. It's strong. It's definitely very strong. Like it hits like even harder than Weavile, but there are reasons they use Weavile over this, right? It is a ground type Pokemon, so it's immune to Volt Switch, which is a nice thing to have, but it's also slower than Weavile a lot. I guess the reason we don't use it as much is because you have like a Great Modern Weavile, so Mamoswine is just like over pushing a little bit. It deals a lot of damage, and it's great, but it's not like A tier material. I don't think A tier material. So yeah, can you point out like a bad thing about the Mamoswine? I guess it's only his speed, right? And his speed is not even that slow in this metagame, to be honest. Pro metagame is slow. I've said that a few times already, but yeah, 284 is not slow at all. So for now, I think it's like stronger than Kingler, but I don't think it's as good as this in the A tier though. Probably because I don't use it enough. Earthquake Super Noob, yeah, it is very strong. It's 2 HKO everything, except for a Rotom which can check it. but yeah, I think it's useless again. I'm putting it in B tier, like a high B tier perhaps, but yeah, I just don't use it enough to justify it putting it in A tier, because I don't have like many experiences. Even my opponent, it also looks very scary in a team preview when I see my opponent using one, but it didn't leave like a significant impact on my team. It's definitely something that you don't have a switch into, but somehow your team is just like equipped to deal with it. You just switch around sometimes. Maybe it's not the best idea to switch around though, but I don't know. It's kind of, yeah, I guess it's just a lack of experience of using it or facing against it, because yeah, they just use Stealth Rock and Endeavor a lot, so that got overshadowed. They should use it as a pure attacker more, right? To see how it goes. It's strong that way. Yeah, but Stealth Rock, yeah. I don't like seeing Stealth Rock a lot. Anyway, moving on. Watchhawk, F tier. Nothing about this Pokemon. Swords Dance, Hypnosis, Return. What again? Those are the 3 moves. I can't even find the 4th move for it. I don't know. I can't even find the 4th move for the Watchhawk. Yeah, that's all I remember actually. Hypnosis. Hypnosis, Swords Dance, Return. Yeah. Well, yeah, no. This Pokemon just no. Its design is even ugly as well. You don't even want to use it. Ah! I see Capri coming in late and see the aggression F. Well. Ductrio. So Arena Trap is banned. So it's safe to say I'm gonna put Ductrio. But yeah, it's actually, have you ever used a Ductrio like outside of, you know, have you even used a Ductrio since Arena Trap is banned to, you know, to see how it goes? Have you ever used it? His Stealth Rock? No, it has Sonar, Earthquake, it has high speed, right? Ground type, you know, never bad having ground type. Does it have Endeavor? I don't remember. It has Final Gambit as well. So yeah, I don't think anyone would use it without Arena Trap. So right now I'm putting F tier, but just because you have no reason to use it, bait a couple of players. Are they gonna try to switch out? Maybe they're not even aware that it has Arena Trap. Those people that you can bait are probably the people that aren't aware of it having Arena Trap even to begin with. That's a paradox. Don't want to think about it. Don't think about it. So yeah, put it F tier for now, because you just don't use it. Why? Right? Has Sandville too. Maybe you want to run like substitute Hone Claws in Sand. That's gonna be pretty annoying. I don't know if everyone is gonna use that though. So yeah, maybe I'll try that. I don't know. I don't have Sandville Ductrio though. Arena Trap is much more common. Why you go out of your way to get Sandville? Right? Why? I mean, just why? Let's make it smaller a little bit. We're almost done. So 6 Pokemon left. Primeape. I think Primeape is pretty good actually. Somehow in this meta it's pretty good. The good thing you have going for it is Defiant, and it's decently fast, faster than Bisharp compared to another Defiant Pokemon, that's Bisharp. Its problem is that it's so frail that you almost have no like opportunity to like bring it out and tank some move and then just throw up Sat. But you do have Volt Turn, and with Volt Turn this Pokemon is not even bad. I used it like twice and it killed a lot of things, surprisingly enough. It's pro, so somehow it's making excellent work. On Smogon not a lot, but in pro somehow, I don't know, I just don't know, somehow it makes a lot of work. I even like yeah, I kill a lot of Landorus and also Zapdos, Scizor, Gyarados as well. I don't know what about it. It's kind of weird. When I use it, it's not even bad. And with Volturn, yeah, there are better options. Don't get me wrong, definitely there are way better options than this Pokemon. It's a fighting type, so it had a lot of competition going for it, because of a lot of greater fighting type Pokemon, and it also requires Defiant hidden mobility to be able to be ran, right? So if you hunt it, you probably have worse time, so no one's gonna try it anyway, so we will never know. But the time I try it, it's not even bad, and I even think it's better than some of the D tier Pokemon. Just use Conqueror. Nah, this one is Defiant. I one-shot the Zapdos. With Stone Ash, I one-shot the Landorus Ice Punch. I got intimidated by Gyarados, but I one-shot it as well because of Defiant Choice Band. So Conqueror is not the same thing. Conqueror is better Pokemon. Yes, Conqueror is a better Pokemon. But Primeape, in terms of power, is not lacking. If you know, if your opponent has like Intimidate and they try to stop your physical attacker with those, you know, if they rely on those to stop Primeape, for example, they're gonna pay the price. So it's much more like a niche option, but I think it's better than D tier, surprisingly enough. So I put in C tier based on my like experience right here. Sometimes it's just a sack though. You just sack it, yeah, just sack it. But when it works, it works. It does not disappoint you. So yeah, put it in C tier. A little bit weird putting it alongside like Lantern, Zazu, and Quagsire right here. But yeah, C tier. Poliwrath. Is Coop here? Hopefully he's not here. He's gonna yell at me. I put it like below S tier. Oh no, there definitely is some Poliwrath lover right here. Poliwrath goat. Anyway, you have a set. You have two sets actually. One is Swift Swim with it was viable until Carrier was added. Yeah, even though they are two different things, but somehow Carrier, if you even run Carrier defensively, like Rest Sleep Talk, is still better than a Poliwrath somehow. That's just weird. So Poliwrath, yeah, that's right. Circle Throw, Scald, Rest Sleep Talk. But if you run a Carrier with Rest Sleep Talk and max speed, max HP, then it's still good somehow. I mean, I don't know. It has Water Absorb, which is a big thing. Water Absorb and Circle Roll is perfect for delaying Suicune from sweeping you, right? I say delaying because it's just going to come back and just wait till your Poliwrath is over. You don't actually beat the Suicune. If that's the last Pokemon, it has pressure and all that stuff. Yeah, in 1v1 you're usually gonna lose it. But anyway, it has a good quality. Water Absorb, high defense, Scald, but Rest Sleep Talk is, yeah, I don't think Rest Sleep Talk is good for it. Probably Slack Off's gonna be better, Recover. But there's something about Sleep Talk that if you use Sleep Talk and then you put Circle Throw, you're gonna get a non-minus priority Circle Throw, right? And that's nice, that's nice. But yeah, generally Poliwrath is like a good Pokemon, but yeah, not good enough, I guess. It's not something special, I would say, but yeah, it checks what you want to check, right? A Weavile, a Bishop, Tyranitar, yeah. Those are good Pokemon that you can check. And also, yeah, I was about to put it in C tier, so I think it's good as it is. Swift Swim, Belly Drum is definitely a stretch though. If you want to run Belly Drum Swift Swim, I guess it's valuable, but it doesn't have Drain Punch in Gen 7. When till Gen 8, it has Drain Punch, so you can recover off something off that. And Close Combat as well. Its fighting move just suck if you run it offensively. What's the best fighting move you would have to run on it on the Belly Drum set? Superpower? I don't like that. Brick Break? What? Yes, it's definitely Brick Break. Oh no, that's just miserable. So its defensive set is better. So I'll put it in C. Yeah, yeah, it's a little bit better than Primeape in terms of like, team sap or Poliwrath on your team, and it's never bad. It's never that bad. Checks V Sharp, Tyranitar, Weavile, as you said, big things. So yeah. Pyro is Pyro. Okay, I'm thinking of Fury right now, and I think I'm moved Noctowl back to F tier. I'm sorry, but yeah, the more I think about it, the more it doesn't make sense putting the Noctowl in D tier, and then you have Furo and Pidgeot in F tier, so it doesn't make sense. Used it once actually with the Scope Lens set. You have, yeah, you're gonna have crit all day long. We have Sniper. So yeah, it's fine. I guess it's fine, but yeah, it's open in F tier. What does it have? Like, it's a Pidgeot, but it's different. I guess it's just a different a Pidgeot, but it's different. Move Electrode up. No, I already explained everything. Yeah, I'll put it in high F tier. Here, done. Our bargain is here. Yeah, Dodrio is a bit faster, and it's perfect to run offensively too. Dodrio hits pretty hard. Somehow I relate Dodrio to like a Primeape. It's hit kind of hard. I think Dodrio is decent, is usable. And those Pokemon we're missing, yeah, I'm gonna add them later for a perfect tier list. Anyway, 3 Pokemon left. Polytote used to be your main setter, rain setter, until Pelipper showed up. So is there any reason to use it outside Rain Team? Because in Rain Team you got outclassed with Pelipper already. No more Electrode. No, bad Capri. Don't. Almost lost my voice here. No, don't make me talk about Electrode. It's round. Okay, it's round. Anyway, Polytote. It's not F, and it's not C. In terms of utility, you definitely want a Poliwrath more or a Lantern more than a Polytote. Although it has the same thing as Water Absorb, you want to run it. But yeah, it's something like a D. It definitely fits the D tier. Persian, they're better option. Yeah, they're definitely better option. It's like a Dewgong, but it's better Dewgong. I think it's better than Dewgong actually. So yeah, it's definitely better than Dewgong, but it's not good enough for C tier. I mean, look at the C tier minus the Primeape, because Primeape is the weird one. I kind of have a bias against it because I don't use it. So yeah, I'm missing Wheezing as well. Yeah, it's so weird. I'm missing like a 10 Pokemon here. I wonder if I can change this back. Let's just finish this first, and then I'll look for them. Anyway, Gengar. Is there anything to say about Gengar? So first thing first, not S tier. Not S tier. Not that easy to fit into teams like Clefable perhaps, but it is very strong. There's a one weakness that is gets like pursued by Weavile, and if your opponent has a Weavile, you're pretty much dead. You kill something and you die, basically. But Gengar is very strong. You can't expect them to have anything to pursue you, especially when you have Focus Blast. So Tyranitar and Bishop are all afraid of it. You have to make a 50-50. So Gengar is good. Yeah, Tornadus. Yeah, Tornadus is a very big one. The appearance of Tornadus make Gengar just so much worse. I don't know. Tornadus is like your bane of existence right here. Because they just go into like a Tornadus and then just knock you off, or they just U-turn, do whatever you like. If they know you're Scarf, they just U-turn with no consequences. And you don't even 2HKO them after rocks if you don't run something like Specs. A Scarf doesn't 2HKO, I don't think, unless it's a very bad Tornadus. So Gengar, I'm putting A tier actually. I think it's easier to use than Mamoswine, and it's a better Pokemon than Mamoswine. I don't know. I just think it's better, and it's very solid. It's around the same as like Pidgeot. It's around the same as Pidgeot, basically, and its stall breaking potential is very. You have like a taunt set with Shadow Ball, Sludge Wave, Focus Blast, and that is gonna mess stall up. You see in Pro they still use stall, although theoretically speaking, they are bad, but salty in pro is just if you use it, you probably ladder with it. And if you're a good player, you're always going to be able to use salty and ladder. So that's why you see a lot of Star in pro, and that's where Gengar shines. And it's very fast. Is immune to Mach Punch, so you can check like a con character perhaps and just kill with a Choice Spec such way or something. Yeah, also revenge kill. You know, a good portion of Pokemon. A lot of Pokemon fears it. You gotta switch out Gengar. So yeah, I put it in A tier. Mega Slowbro is interesting. Would you use it over like regular Slowbro? Oh, we also missing regular Slowbro as well. Yeah, look at this. What? I don't get it. I'm gonna check it back in later and to see which Pokemon am I missing. So Mega Slowbro is not as good as Slowbro. No, Soaking, we already rated it. Soaking is up there in B tier. So I think a Mega Slowbro is solid. So the time where I used the Slowbro was when I was done building a team, and then I look at my team, I see no Mega, and I see a Slowbro. So I put a Mega Slowbro. I put a Mega Stone on a regular Slowbro, and it turns to Mega. Is it better Mega than regular Slowbro? No. It got a lot of things, you know, relationship with Mega Slowbro. Mega Slowbro checks Medi and Meta, so it has to be A. No, I don't think so. I think the regular Slowbro is the thing that check Medi and Meta naturally. So Mega is just like a cherry on top. Like you ain't going anywhere. You're not even worse using Slowbro over Mega Slowbro. You are even better. And you waste a Mega Stone slot on the Slowbro. So that's something to consider at least. And if you run like Mega Slowbro, you actually check Weave out, so that's a nice thing. But I always think that Mega Slowbro is just like a cherry on top, and it's not even a cherry actually. You have to hold Mega Stone instead of like more useful item like Rocky Helmet. We run Cold Berry Encounter. I've been experimenting a lot recently. So I would put Mega Slowbro in B tier because I was about to put regular Slowbro in like A tier. So let's see if we can like get some image of it. But I think it's not as good as regular Slowbro, but it doesn't hurt running it, you know? It doesn't hurt running it. But it's certainly not the go-to Mega for the team. So let me save this. So I'll take a screenshot of this, and I'm gonna put back some pictures. I don't know why it's missing some crucial Pokemon right here, like a regular Slowbro. Let me see if I can like get some image of the Pokemon we're missing right here. Hey, hello. Well, this is me after the stream ended, and yeah, there was, you know, some issues that I couldn't get the image of the Pokemon's left, which are, you know, some type of image that they just don't support those, so I kind of put those. But anyway, I got different image now, so we gonna finish the tier list off stream, I guess, but it should be fine. It's just less interactive, and yeah, okay, let's just finish this real quick. So as I said before, Slowbro should be A tier because I put Mega Slowbro in B tier, and regular Slowbro is just better due to it not having to hold the Mega Stone, right? It's more flexible, and also you don't have to spend a Mega Stone on it. Mega Slowbro does have some potential of its own because it can sweep more reliably, but yeah, generally speaking, regular Slowbro is just, you know, better. And I also put Bijou, regular Bijou, in F tier, as said before. So let's continue here. We have Radicate. I think as a Guts user, it's actually not that bad, to be honest. But you can put it on par with Ursaring, I feel like, because there are a lot of Guts user already, and they are just, you know, better Pokemons. And for example, Conqueror, I even think Machamp is just, you know, good Pokemon, better than this. Guts, what do you have again? You have Flareon, which I don't think is better than Radicate, to be honest. But yeah, Radicate is usable, but it's as much usable as Ursaring and Ursaring, unfortunately. You also have like you know, Staff Facade, Flame Wheel, Sucker Punch. Definitely not that strong due to its attack, and its speed is kind of mediocre. But in Pro, it's very fast already. The issue is that it's too frail though, so definitely you don't take advantage of it much. Yeah, definitely a D tier alongside Ursaring. I think it's a fair placement for it. Next up we have Value Plume. This one is in Pro is not that good because we don't have Strength Sap yet, which we should have already. But for some reason we don't have Strength Sap, so this Pokemon missing out on, you know, a big move to heal it. Strength Sap lower the target's attack, and then you just heal back your HP based on the attack you lowered. So without Strength Sap, this Pokemon is just so bad, man. Compared to something similar like Amoonguss or even Venusaur. So even regular Venusaur, I think it's better than this thing. I don't know if it has synthesis or not. Probably does, but as much as you know, in terms of stuff it can do compared to Amoonguss, it's definitely inferior. Regular Venusaur can run like a sweeper set with Chlorophyll. This one also has Chlorophyll, but it's super slow and it's not impressive at all. I don't think it's as bad as the F tier though, because its typing is very useful. You know, you could check Keldeo with it, you know, just like Paras, but it's better typing. It's Poison Grass. Poison Grass is actually not a bad typing at all. And yeah, so just like a budget Amoonguss right here, so I'm putting in D tier. I don't think it's as good as those in C tier. C tier is you see them occasionally, except for the Primeape, because, you know, only me using that at the moment anyway. So we have Vaynermoth, and I do think that Vaynermoth is just the second best moth behind Volcarona. So, and Volcarona is very high placement. I think it's like S tier. It should be like matchup fishing. I don't want to spoil anything, but yeah, Vaynermoth should be the second best moth. I put it on par with Janmega, even though sometimes it's better, sometimes it's worse. Janmega has the immediate power, so it needs to set up. But with Vaynermoth, you set up, you can sweep things pretty easily. The only obstacle is that some priority move might hurt you more than you may have thought, and it has quite a number of moves to run with you know, some niche set. I tried Protect Disable to you know, disable Fake Out, you know, protect, all that stuff to prevent you from getting revenge kill by Fake Out. And it also disabled some moves like Magma Storm if they want to Magma Storm you first, and then you can like just sit on a Heatran and just set up. And you also poison type, so you kind of got toxic. So you can set up a Chansey easily. If you run Roost, perhaps Protected Disable works as well. Just need to disable his Seismic Toss. You also Bruise, definitely. Quiver Dance, Bug Buzz is the only move you is the only attacking move that you need sometimes. And Search Bomb is not quite necessary, but it's very nice if you want to run set that is not walled by unrecoverable. So yeah, definitely Vaynermoth, I think, is on par with Janmega, and I very much love Janmega. So yeah, it's not based on emotion, of course. It's based on the fact that I've tried them before. Vaynermoth had troubles lately compared to in the past, but yeah, compared to Janmega, I don't think it's that much worse or better. Anyway, Machamp, good Pokemon, definitely good Pokemon. But unfortunately, there's something called Conqueror, and that one is definitely also good. So the fact that you have Machamp here, you know, it's just sad, man. It's just sad. If Conqueror doesn't exist, then yeah, feel free to use Machamp. It's just, you know, it's a good Pokemon. Guts is very strong. Guts is like underutilized on Machamp, but I think it's strong as well. You know, with Facade, it's just a little bit faster than Conqueror, but its attack is slower. You know, its bulk is a little bit, you know, just a little bit inferior to Conqueror in some aspect. And you also have some moves to play with, like Ice Punch, Facade. Does it have Close Combat yet? I don't think it has Close Combat yet in Gen 7. It should be Gen 8. But yeah, No Guard is very strong with Dynamic Punch, Stone Edge, and yeah, I definitely think is a good Pokemon. But where's your Delibird going? It should F tier, right? Yeah, Delibird is F tier. So it should be somewhere around the C tier. I think it's better than Primeape actually, but I can't put it in B tier because some of the B tier Pokemon just straight up better than this guy. So yeah, I'll put it in C tier, a high C tier at least. I still think it's a good Pokemon. But anyway, move on. We have the Victory Bell right here. Unfortunately for Victory Bell, just like Machamp, you also have a very tough competition in Venusaur. Yes, Venusaur. Venusaur is just your better self, right? You also don't have Strength Sap yet. Wow. Same story at Plume, I see. So we put it in D tier. If you use it as setup sweeper, it has something over Venusaur is that you don't have to look for hidden power fire while you hunt. Because it does have Weather Ball, which turns into fire type attack in sunny days. But yeah, it's just, you know, it's fine. It's usable. If you want to use something like a Poison Grass under the sun, if you want to double down on that aspect, you use both Venusaur and this guy. But yeah, generally speaking, you don't use both of them. And this is just a worse Venusaur, so it's hard to find a placement for it. But it does have some niche. If you have a lower tier, you definitely can use it. Moving on to Tentacruel. This is also a good Pokemon, but sometimes it feels like it's not enough. You checks a lot of things like Keldeo, right? Keldeo, a few hits in rain with Kingdra if you run Assault Vest. You also have Mirror Code to, you know, to surprise some, to get some surprise KO. Acid Spray makes it a very reliable check to kill Clefable. Even though when you get Thunder Wave, I don't know how well you're gonna check Clefable. But yeah, there are definitely some nice things here. Look at that Clefable up there. You can definitely check it with this Pokemon. Besides that, there's not a lot though. It should be like toss attacks, but like with no recovery and just worse defensive stat. Its special defense is very high, but it's physical bulk is just yeah, it's not cutting it. I think it's good. Not good enough, definitely. I'll put it in C tier actually. Could be a low B, I think, because it can stand among this Pokemon, but I don't think it's that good to put in B, and I'll put it in C right now. I wonder if these placements is just going to change once Z move officially came out, but yeah, that's story for another day. But anyway, C tier for Tentacruel makes sense. We also have the bird here, which is kind of strong. The time we use them, right? The trio, they have 3 hats, so I call them. But yeah, the time we use them is kind of strong. Yeah, it's a Brave Bird all over places, and you are decently fast as well. It has 350 max speed, and yeah, speed time Gengar, Metagross, all that stuff, fast and Medicham, and it hits very hard because its stab move are all strong stab move. You have the return, which is 102 base power. Brave Bird 120, and its attack is pretty decent as well. Its only problem is that its bulk is kind of miserable, and also flying type, so pretty much like a Staraptor, but a little bit weaker. So I think C tier makes sense, right? You kill someone and then you die someone. It does have Jump Kick, which can make it pretty much dish out some little damage against Steel type. But generally, you know, you have a Staraptor with close combat right here, Brave Bird, all that stuff. You're only faster than a Staraptor, and that sometimes is important, I guess. But consider it having like less attack and also a harder time to come in. And yeah, we're gonna put it in C tier. You know, frail, a little bit frail, but it's fine. Makes up for it with the high base power moves. Next up, we have Wheezing. Wheezing is interesting. When you put Wheezing alongside Arbok, Wheezing is definitely a better Pokemon. It can check some physical stuff, like maybe a Scizor, because it doesn't die to a Bullet Punch at +2 ever, and you can Will Whips or Flamethrower all you want, Fire Blast if you want to run that move anyway. But yeah, we have Will Whips, you know, Pen Split, some like classic Rotom stuff. It doesn't have Defog though, not yet anyway. Yeah, some classic Rotom stuff, Pain Split, but Pain Split is not really reliable. And you also have Poison type. Poison type physical attacker is, I mean physical wall is not something to sneeze at, but it's not something that, you know, sometimes it's not a pure poison type tends to do better in lower tier than like in OU, but we already have 1 tier, so it's very hard to make it work. For example, you know, you just have like a Medicham or Metagross, they both have super effective move against you, even though you are a physical tank, which are supposed to use to check those. So it's not really ideal with the mons we have right now, you know, at least in the tier. And it's solid Pokemon, but not cutting it in B tier, I think. So it's C tier. It's better than Arbok and Muck as well. So yeah, it's definitely usable. Seeking. What to make of Seeking? D or F? Definitely D or F. It has Lightning Rod. Good. I mean, good. I forgot to mention it has Levitate as well, so that's a good ability. Lightning Rod, yeah, good. Cool. But what else? Knockoff? Yeah, sure. I mean, 2 of those are the only good qualities about the Seeking anyway. And are they enough? Not really. Yeah, you're gonna have a hard time making this work. You can, like, you know, get some... it's very hard to get kills this Pokemon. You can have some surprise KO at least. If you have like Ice Beam. If you run Ice Beam, you can KO some like Landorus or like Garchomp or something. If Ferrothorn comes out, at least give a knockoff. What's the left? Mega Horn maybe? Yeah, Mega Horn. With Z move, you might be able to get some surprise KO on the Tank Road maybe. But yeah, I wouldn't use this Pokemon ever. Except for like back in the day, you have the abusive thing with the bosses where you just come in on the Thunderbolt and the boss thought that you are water type, it just keeps spamming Electrode. That's some funny memories about this Seeking. But yeah, that's about it. I think it's like F tier. It's not as good as D tier mon. Even though, yeah, I think Golduck is better. Probably on par, but yeah, Golduck is a little bit better. But yeah, put it in F tier. Yeah, that's fair enough. Ampharos, regular Ampharos, very hard to use. You have static. How are you gonna make it work if you don't use like Zapdos? Perhaps you have a Zapdos an option. Maybe you can't catch any like legendary Pokemon if you use Ampharos. But there are better electric types, definitely. If you run Ampharos offensively, yeah, fine. It's just not that good defensively. No reliable recovery, so you have to run like Rest, Sleep, Talk. And as I said before, maybe there are like a specific reason you don't run Zapdos because you hate it, because you can't get it yet, or something like that. Then Ampharos is not quite a good replacement either, though. Yeah, it's, you know, not like Zapdos. It's had ground immunity. This Ampharos doesn't have it. So if you run it's like a physical wall with static, it's kind of okay, but mono electric, sometimes useful resistances is better, you know, most of the time is better than having like less weaknesses. So you have a pure electric type right here, is weak to ground only, right? So, and also it's also ran as a defensive wall if you want to train Bolt or something like that. But that doesn't mean it's good. You mean look at Electrode. I mean, look at that Pokemon. It has no weaknesses technically. Yeah, technically, you know, except when something happened like Mobrick or Earthquake maybe. Yeah, it has no weaknesses. But is it a good Pokemon? No, because Electric resists, no, not useful typing. It doesn't resist much of the useful resistances right there. So, for example, Heatran, you take super effective hit from ground type, water. Both of those are very common, but it also resists a lot of common moves like grass. You also like grass, fire type, and also you know, steel, something like that. A lot of useful resistances. Ampharos, not a lot. So I like Ampharos. I think it's better than a lot of these F-tier Pokemon, but I can't say that it's like D-tier material though. I'm putting an F, but like high F, because you definitely can use it. Like, it's the kind of, you know, Electrode. You know, you can put in D, bumping it up a little bit, but yeah, it's just high F. It's not very viable, I don't think. So Mega Ampharos is the time we use it, the latest time we use it, it was kind of nice. And yeah, it's definitely better than the regular Ampharos because its offensive stats just crazy. Not speed though, it's just the special attack, yes, that all it has. It's just crazy. And you also check Zapdos, which is a good thing, I guess. You're a dragon, you know, checking Zapdos. You would come in on those and just throw out moves. You're a special attacker though. Special attack plus Mold Breaker is not really ideal, yeah. And especially it's a electric type and also dragon type. Maybe you can break some lightning rod Pokemon, lure them in like there's a Mold Breaker, maybe it didn't read or something. But yeah, well, it looked nice that time, but it's not like fantastic. If you keep using it, I'm sure you're just gonna drop with you're just gonna drop with it. And yeah, it's interesting. You can use it in Trick Room as well. Well, that's very some interesting stuff. But in Trick Room, Mega Heracross is definitely the best Mega. So to use Mega Ampharos, if you can use like 2 Megas, and I don't mind using Ampharos because its special attack stat is very high, and against certain matchup with Trick Room, Ampharos just kill everything. So probably I'm gonna have mercy on Mega Ampharos and put it in C tier. Is it as good as some of the C tier Pokemon like Quaxar, Xatu? No, probably not, but if used enough, you might find something useful about it. And yeah, I just feel like it's a little bit stronger than D tier. But yeah, I'm gonna have some mercy with a little Ampharos right here and put in C tier. Mega Ampharos at least. The regular one is not. So Blossom, no Strength Sap, and I think it's worse than Vileplume because typing is just not. Pure Grass, no. Pure Grass, no. Has Quiver Dance, no Strength Sap though. So it's just like you have a lot of Quiver Dancing Pokemons in the game, and Blossom has to be the lowest here, 1-off anyway, 1-off. I even like enjoy using Lilligant more because it deals more damage. Blossom is very slow, so you probably have to dance twice or like 3 times to be able to outspeed certain Pokemons, and even then your damage is not that impressive. You need to dance a lot of times. And its coverage option is just miserable. You have Gear Drain, I guess, Moonblast, Hidden Power Fire, but they don't complement each other. And, just get a heat shot in front of it. It's just sitting in front of your face. Maybe use Hidden Power Grab, but it deals very little damage, and you're just gonna take a lot. So, yep, F tier for now. No Strength Sap. If there's Strength Sap, then I don't know if I want to bump it in D tier or not. But one thing I do know is that if Strength Sap exists right now, the Vileplume is gonna jump up. So yeah, let's put in F tier. Jump up. No, I just don't think it's good. It's good for bosses. I mean, once you use Mementos up. But yeah, Swords Dance, Seed Bomb, Acrobatics, Sleep Powder, classic set. But its attack is just low. It's just miserable, very low. You have like something like over 200 a little bit. And it's also its best grass type move is just Bullet Seed or Seed Bomb. So it kind of sucks. And yeah, the moves don't complement each other either. You can very much wall this Pokemon with a lot of things like Silor, Feraligatr, and Heatran. Not a lot you can do about it. It's kind of like yeah. If there is a meta game that is like low powered or frail Pokemon, then this might be okay. But for now, I'm putting in F tier. Not as good. Dunsparce. It's not as bad as it may seem. And not because of the meme. I swear it's not because of the meme. Some of you memeing Electrode or whatever that is. But yeah. This is some big meme right here with Dunsparce. Is it the worst Pokemon in the world? No. It's Glare, Flamethrower, Ice Beam, Headbutt, Bite, Serene Grace. All the good stuff. Good enough? Yeah, some good coverage, But its stats are weird. Special attack low, attack low. HP very high, but defense, special defense not impressive. Kind of like weakly tough, but it's better because you know you can make something out of it. I mean, it has glare. Glare is never bad, and good coverage, fire, ice, bolt beam. Those are good. Not F tier, definitely not F tier. I put it in D tier. Is it better than Electrode? In random battles, no. But in PvP, I think you can utilize better than Electrode. So put in D tier. Sandler is F. Not much to say about this. You have a Sandler. Does it have like Mega Horn, Storming Tantrum, Facade, Double Edge, all that stuff? Just a long list of bad normal type Pokemon. You just have better mons. Like even the Kanga's not, to be honest. So yeah, Sandler F tier. Nothing to be surprised about. Also, Magneton. This one is also F tier. It has a cool design, but its stats are bad. Have Moxie, yes, cool ability, I guess, Intimidate. But you know, when you have a better dog types, like for example Bishop, even Honchkrow, then why would you use this Pokemon? Is it that bad though? I guess you can make some justification. It does have like 5-Fan Play Rough, Sucker Punch, but what is like best stab move that is not Sucker Punch? What do you have? What do you even have? I mean, what are you checking even? It's so hard to like make something out of it, and it's just very frail as well. It's not even like good. So yeah, put an F tier for now, unfortunately. Next up we have Linoon, with the addition of Eye Papa Berry and also Extreme Speed Belly Drum. You might think that is, you know, it's prime right now. You know, Eye Papa Berry very strong, but that is for the lower tier, and we don't have those. For OU, it's so rough. You have Ferrothorn, you have Mega Silver, you have a bunch of Rocky Helmets, and also Rough Skin. You even have to predict as well, so you can't just like Extreme Speed just for the sake of it, because they have Rocky Helmet Ferrothorn, Rocky Helmet Garchomp. Your Extreme Speed doesn't one hit KO them, even Storming Tantrum, Seed Bomb, all that stuff, and your Seed Bomb deals like 40, 50 to a Quagsire. So yeah, I don't know how to make it. Also, Unaware Cable is very common for some reason in Pro. So yeah, it's not the time for the Linoon right here, unfortunately. If there's a lower tier, yeah, the environment just better for it this way, and it's definitely better than some of the, you know, most of the Pokemon in F tier. And put it in C tier, I mean D tier. Yeah, I just wish that this was better. Yeah, maybe wishing that there is a different tier where it's more accurate. Yes. Swallow. If you only run the physical set, which is like Protect, Facade, Brave Bird, and U-Turn Quick Attack and stuff, I'll put it in F tier right now. No way you can do well with that set in this climate. You can't do well with that set. Its best set is definitely Scrappy with Boom Burst, Heat Wave, and something in between like U-Turn, Hurricane. Although sometimes, you know, most of the time you skip Boom Burst. Hurricane is just, yeah, you don't click it, except when you have to. But Boom Burst, Choice Specs, Swallow is very strong, and people sometimes underestimate it. And I even think that set can outshine Staraptor here, even though they are not the same thing. I know they're not the same thing, but I think Boom Burst Swallow is just B tier. It's kind of strong, but it's underutilized, and I don't think they use it enough. Finally, yeah, and its speed is kind of high as well. It is frail, to be honest, and that is something that set it back. And yeah, it's understandable, but I think the Boom Burst is very much it. It's kind of like Janmega, but like you spamming no move instead of Buff Buzz, and you are like a ton faster than Tornadus. You are faster than a lot of key Pokemon. Superior, you can Boom Burst to Resuck, Gengar. Yeah, something. Yeah, of course you outspeed the Tornadus. You can outspeed a lot of other ones. So yeah, B tier, lit. Bibarel. Is it a meme? It is a meme. But it's better than F-tier, not gonna lie. We've used Bibarel a couple times maybe. It got some kills. It's not the worst thing ever. But you know, with simple ability, probably it is the thing that saves it. Because with simple, you can have like the Source Land +3 immediately. Return, quick attack, Aqua Jet, liquidation, a lot of options, superpower. So Moody is banned, so we don't talk about that. So it has some opportunity to like sweep, and it's, you know, sometimes it's not the worst thing in the world you want to sweep it, and it's actually viable in that way. You want to make like a video shock Bibarel 1v6 or something like that. Yeah, it's totally believable. So it's more believable than this guy in F tier at least. So I'm putting in D tier. Definitely not the best sweeper ever, or like, but it's definitely #1 in clickbaiting. What? Shouldn't talk about that. Anyway, Tangrowth, last Pokemon right here. I feel like Tangrowth is used less recently, and I can't figure out why. It's very good, but people just rather use Amoonguss for Carrier Check because it's more reliable that way. You still get 2 HP with Focus Blast and also Secret Sword. It depends on what set you're running. Assault Vest nice, Rocky Helmet, physical defense, defensive, or like special defensive. Both are good. If you have good move pool and knockoff, if you run around hidden power, we have ice and fire. Honestly, I can't even imagine why they stopped using this mod. I guess it's just the plague of Amoonguss, and Amoonguss is not even arguably the better Pokemon. It just like fits it fits the situation better sometimes, I guess. But yeah, Tangrowth I definitely think is as solid as Slowbro. Also regenerator, but it's just useless for some reason, I don't know. Yeah, good move pool, you know, good grass type regenerator, can't go wrong with that. So we put in A tier. Yeah, I think this list is like complete now. Take a screenshot, or you just rewatch the video, I guess. So anyway, that's the off-stream part, and we're gonna move on to uncommon Pokemon, presumably next week. Thank you for watching. Here's a playlist, and I'll see you next time. Bye.